The Blizzard is a very atmospheric episode of Arthur. I didn't think the narrative was that interesting. I felt it was kind of messy and a little bit all over the place. But that being said, I actually had tears in my eyes as we got to the end of the episode, and I will discuss that with the spoiler warning. It's called the Blizzard because Elwood City is being attacked by a pretty horrific blizzard, the worst weather many of the residents have ever known. And it's snowing, it's pouring with rain, the power keeps getting cut out, and we have a B plot here with Francine trying to write her history report on the pioneers, and there are some parallels there that we can see between what the pioneers went through and what they're having to go through during this current time of hardship. That in itself is a very interesting message that people once upon a time didn't even have electricity, and there are obviously things that younger viewers can learn from because I guess young children aren't aware that electricity wasn't always around until, they reach a point where they learn about it. But the main message here is about coming together. So, I guess a slight spoiler warning, I'm going to discuss what happens kind of at the end where we get the main message. So, at the end of the episode, everybody has piled into Arthur's home because Arthur's house is the only one that seems to currently have power. And they're all there working together, and it's all about helping each other out, being there for one another, and what it means to come together as a community in times of hardship. And it's so beautiful, and I genuinely got really emotional watching it because, obviously, in this day and age, we're all very self-centered, whether or not we mean to be. We all live in a bubble, and most of us exist within our own little worlds. But when something like this happens and you have to rely on the help and kindness of other people, it restores a bit of faith in human compassion. And I really appreciated what it did. And the message there is lovely as well. In your time of need, your neighbours will hopefully be there for you. Genuinely found it emotional. The events leading up to that point were not that great. I felt it was just a bit all over the place, and the structure of the narrative just didn't work very well. But ultimately, it reached its destination, and I think it did it pretty well. It's definitely a very moving episode with some real food for thought.